ladies, gents, and all other people. Are we live? I think we are live. I need someone to post in the chat to let me know that you can see me. We do the party start. Okay, I can see we've got some early commenters. We've got Catman Snow, I knew you would be here. We've got Adam Bad Riders. I believe about an hour ago we had Old Man Shredder, according to his comments. Bad Riders says that he can see me. Can you hear me? Is my audio clear? So I'm at a different, as you can see, a slightly different angle to what I was earlier in the day. Can I be heard? That's what I need to know. How are you guys? Excellent. I can be heard, says Catman Snow. Audio is 10 out of 10. We love to hear it. So, how are you guys tonight? What time is it? I'll have to say good afternoon and good morning. Bad Rider says he's awake. You should be, Adam. And in answer to your first question, 0 beers have been had. Absolutely 0. Not one. All day. I have had a couple of these though. And I was preparing my drinks for the evening. So we're on the sochu, which is a Japanese kind of seltzer, I guess. Amazing, really tasty. Catman says that he's God. How are you? I'm really good. It is very late though, so it is just gone midnight here in Newcastle, Australia. Bad Rider says, you know what time it is here. Yeah, it's the same time as what it is here because we're in the same time zone. We're separated by I don't know what we're separated by. In driving way, what is it? 11 hours? Actually, it's probably more than that. I don't know. But it's the same time zone. Definitely. And we've got El Stacker Adventures in the chat. I wasn't sure whether you were going to be coming, man, because as you were, when I said when the time was going to be on your live stream, I was like, I saw you kind of pause. You were like, ooh, that's going to be like 8 a.m. And I get the sense that you were not getting up early. Are you working? Are you working today? I think it's like 8 a.m. in Boise, or close to, just after 8 a.m. Bad Rider says he's on Super Uber Pepsi Max. Pepsi Max is tasty for the supposedly sugar-free versions of cola. El Stacker says, good morning, homies. Well, it is. It's good morning for you, and it's good morning for us, because it's literally just gone. Are we on this? No, we're not on the same day anymore. So it's now Sunday, 5 minutes into Sunday, the 29th of August here. It's Saturday morning, I think, for El Stacker. And I believe it's Saturday afternoon for Catman Snow, who's in Sweden right now. El Stacker said he set his alarm for 8 a.m. to be here. He needs coffee. It's funny, I was drinking coffee on my live stream earlier today. So everyone, welcome to round 2 of the Chuck live stream for today. Why am I doing 2 live streams? Well, actually, it's mostly for Catman Snow, because last week he asked me to do another live stream. He said, oh, hey man, are you going to do another live stream later on? And I was like, oh dude, it was like actually midnight when that message came through, and I was like, dude, I've got to go to bed. And I had to work the next day, so I don't have to work tomorrow. So, or today, I don't know. I don't have to work on Sunday, so I'm all good. And Bad Riders must have just Googled how long it is. 10 hours and 59 minutes between my house and his house to drive. And that drive is not even possible to be made because of the lockdown situation right now. But El Stacker Adventure says he so wanted to sleep in. It's your day off. Oh man, I really appreciate you getting up for the live stream. I mean, we're both hurting. I'm in different attire and we're a different angle. I decided to like change it up a little bit. What do you guys think of like the this is kind of the view of my office, like when I'm working on edits and stuff, with all of the like the trail maps and everything behind. And my Vegemite hat is kind of there, and there's another hat which I'll get to later in the live stream. But if you guys like the background, let me know whether this set is better than the previous one. I don't know. I'm sitting in the same place basically. I just like shifted the angle. So you need coffee, El Stacker, and you need to get some breakfast going, I think. Catman's Snow, I think, says I have it right. Okay. I'm not sure what I had right, but I probably do. El Stacker says hi to Catman. Bad Riders is saying, because Europe and North America, he wonders if any celebs might pop in. I don't know. That was the other reason too. I wanted to see if I'd love to see a few celebrity appearances tonight. Like maybe, you know, who knows? I'd be happy if Old Man Shredder makes a reappearance. But I saw up in the early section of the chat before I came in that he was going to a party or something tonight. So or this afternoon. I can't remember what Catman Man can tell me. Hey Max, what time is it in Sweden right now? I think I'm thinking that it's like late afternoon or maybe early evening. Bad Riders has been playing GTA. Oh no, he says he's played enough GTA to know that he can lead security forces on a multi-state chase. The journey north is perilous. So says Dan Andrews. To get on the beers. Actually, and I'm not on the beers. Everyone can note that I'm not on the beers, even though this is a beer glass that I'm drinking out of. This is Japanese soju. So, quite strong actually. It's like 6% alcohol, but I'm not drinking coffee. Not before bed. El Stacker says that he likes the view. That he needs to do this for his live. Well, you've got the lights. You've got like the neon lights that are flashing and everything. It's really cool. Like I've got a monitor behind us, and actually this is one of the monitors on from my laptop actually that's connected to at the moment. But this is a picture that I took myself of a run called Zarly's. This is Zarly's at Blue Cow, Perisher. And I took this when I was in the middle of doing a run through the trees. So that was a good story. In fact, I believe I had my GoPro, so eventually you'll actually probably see that run that I took this photo on, which is pretty cool. Someone remind me, I want to talk about my videos and what's coming next and what's already been done. Because I know that of all of the people in the world, probably you guys that are on here now live are the ones that are probably going to be most interested in that. But if you are watching this back, firstly, we're 10 minutes into the video. So thank you for watching the replay because that's awesome. I'm going to do my best to kind of read the comments in a way that you know what is being said. So speaking of the comments, I saw El El Stacker is saying that we need Bad Riders on the live. Are you saying that we want a Bad Riders live stream? Because I'd be for that. So he was pestering me for ages to do a live stream, as were you, El Stacker Adventures. And here they are. I've done 2 in the space of 24 hours. I did one last week and the week before, and I'm enjoying it. So if people keep coming, then I'll probably keep doing them. If you guys are keen to keep hanging out and chatting with me, then I'm very happy to do the live streams. Actually, this is like the highlight of my week now. I really enjoy doing this. All right, let's get back to these comments. The time zones are confusing. Captain Man Snow, I know. And I'm just losing the chat now. Bad Rider says El Stacker aspires to have such a populated map wall. Well, actually, this is kind of the inspiration for it, because I've always had a map wall. I like where my office is like in this corner, and it's a little bit drab, and you know the walls are just white, and there's really nothing to look at. So I've collected all these trail maps. I'll do a tour of the trail maps one day, but for right now, I think you can see. Ooh, actually, Adam can probably see his home mountain. I believe you can see Falls Creek. You can see part of the Perisher Trail map, and you can see the Niseko United Trail map. What's that other one? Oh, actually, you can see a tiny bit of the Cadrona Trail map too. Many of those maps are collected from a snow expo in Sydney a few years ago, which actually I made a vlog. Well, I filmed a vlog of me going to that snow expo. It was a video that I never actually made or never completed. I might have to go back to that at some point. All right, back to the comments. Find where I was up to. El Stacker says he likes the view. We already talked about that. Bad Riders. He'll go live when he gets to 100 subs. Just means we need to get Bad Riders to 100 subs. I reckon that could be easy. I couldn't believe, I was actually talking with a friend of mine. So I've, in the last week, popped up from, I think I was 103, and now I'm at 107, I think. But I was talking to one of my friends earlier. He called me out of the blue, one of my old school friends, and he said, oh, just checking how you're doing in lockdown. And we had a bit of a chat, and he said, oh, by the way, I watched part of your live stream the other day. So shout out to Owen Campbell. The OC is how we call him. But on your OC. And if you're actually watching this one back, then maybe he said he'd come on one of the live streams one day. All right. So what's happening? Stacker's saying that he needs coffee. Don't you have are you watching on your phone? Go make coffee now. He says he's still lying in bed, wiping his eyes. Hey, why not? Bad Riders, Martin comes back, TJ and the twins. Yeah, that'd be awesome, because that's what we were talking about, like other people could come in the chat. Are the twins still, are they still in Zermatt with Kevin? Is that still happening? I don't know. There hasn't been, the videos have been very few and far between from Zermatt, Switzerland. I think they're just enjoying the time there. But if they're still there, but yeah, we're in the twins time zone. Like, it's like mid-afternoon on a Saturday. So let's go. Oh yeah, Catman just said it's 4 p.m. And I think in London, like in the UK, or even if they have gone home, if they're in Zermatt in Switzerland, it's the same time zone, so it's 4 p.m. there. If it's if they're in London, then it's I don't know which way it goes. Then it should be later than that. Or earlier. I can't. Time zones are really confusing. Can you light your beverage on fire? No, it's not that strong. So, no. It's not because I don't want to. It's because it literally won't flame up. Yes, sir. Bad writer. Elstacker says it's too early for him to have that. To have what? Oh, to have what I'm having. Yeah, probably. So, when are you going? Elstacker, you might say it earlier, but I need to know when you're going on your trip to Oregon. Man, these time zone changes are wild. Thank you, Bad Riders, for staying up. Did you have a nap earlier? How is it I'm getting more vids out than Chuck at the moment? You are. Although that statistic, well, I don't know. It depends on how many vids you've got in the pipeline. That statistic's probably going to change soon. But so I've got 2 uploaded and queued up, ready. But I'm making you guys wait a week between them. Where are we? Catman says, Snow says, real wild. But yeah, you've been putting out a couple of vids. To be fair, mine have had nowhere. Although you've got the 360 footage, so I don't know how much that's a pain in the ass to edit. But mine have a lot of editing in them, lots of effects. As you all know, I don't just slap stuff in the timeline and then upload it. There's a workflow, there's a process that goes into my videos. I try and make them a little bit artful and interesting to watch, at least for me. But Elstaka says a 24-hour live stream. Wow, that would be insane. I know you've talked about that on your channel, and that's the kind of thing that you have to work your way up to, for sure. So many time zones, says Elstaka. That's correct. Too many. We've got friends all over the place. Catman Snow, that would be super fun. Well, I think it would be super fun for some people who can, but the person doing, I think you'd need to have like a team of people doing the live streams. So you'd have to like take it in shifts. You know how like in some of the older Snowboard Pro Camp live streams, you know, Kevin would sit down with TJ, and then like TJ would take over the stream, and then like they'd bring like someone else in, like Chris, who would sit there and then do the comments for a while. Then someone else would come in. It'd need to be something like that. A tour of the map wall is definitely a summer Stoke build vid. Yeah, that's what the maps are there for. They're my Stoke build. I look at them and I go, these are the places that I want to go and should be planning to go. Bad Rider says, not going to lie, I was half expecting Chuck to pop up in a bathrobe. I actually don't own a bathrobe. Yeah, but I do have this hoodie. The future is here. And who here has seen my latest video? Because then you would know about this hoodie. Elstacker says he wonders who else will stop in. Yeah, we're hoping. People in other time zones. It's early in America. I'm actually hoping the person I was hoping would come to this stream has just come down. Engine. Yes. William, it is great to see you, my friend. What's this? What's this, he says? I'll tell you what this is. This is a Chuck Van live stream, and you're here. I'm so stoked. Wim, you've got to tell us. Are you well? Have you been snowboarding? Is there a lockdown in Belgium? And have you been going to the indoor place? How is the knee? I need to know all of the answers to all of these questions. And oh my God, we've got Andreas Schubert in here. Andreas. Hey guys, it's Andreas from the internet. Thanks for stopping in, man. what's going on in Whistler in summer? I know you kind of hibernate for the summer. It's good to see all of you people. See, we were just talking about special visitors potentially coming to the chat. We've got a couple of them now. All right, let's find. I'm gonna just skip a couple. I know Capman saw my latest video. It was basically where I bought all these humorous hoodies, of which one of them I'm wearing right now, and gave them to a couple of my best mates who I live with and went on a snowboarding trip with about a month ago. And it's only a 3-minute video, so easy to watch. And it's kind of linked to an Australian video from the 70s, which not any people outside of Australia will probably get the humour of, but if you're Australian, you'll get it. So Health Stacker says that it's good to see Engen, and I agree. Andrea says Whistler is pretty chill. Just been doing lots of longboarding to ease off the snowboarding pangs. Yeah, it must be difficult. Well, I know it's difficult because we live through summer as well. It just goes in swings and roundabouts. But our winter got cut short because of COVID. Unfortunately, the resorts are closed, and it's not a. There's still a couple of. There's still like a month or so left in the season, but or a month and a half. But it's unlikely that the resorts are going to reopen. Because of all the major cities are shut down and regional areas, which sucks. Andrea says he loves the VHS hoodie. It is the future. It is here. Because I always live in the old school all the time. Where is everyone watching from? Where and time? Well, I'm hosting this live stream from Newcastle, Australia, and it is 23 minutes past midnight on Sunday, the 29th of August, where I am. So not only what time is it, but what day is it where you are? I think for most of you it's still Saturday. It's 8 a.m. in Boise for El Stacker Adventures. Yeah, Andreas Schubert said that his summer was hot and like really hot, and it went to 42 degrees. Actually, Andreas, I heard from your friend Adam Searles the other day, and if you haven't seen Adam Searles' YouTube channel, if you like just chill content, he is the man. He like videos his golf days and with his buddies, and every time I hear them, just like someone like will smack a shot, and I love accents, and just every time I hear the chorus of Canadians just singing out, "Oh yeah, that's the shot," and it was so good. But Adam just recently has got a new series coming. He's filming his friends' baseball games. But anyway, he was saying that it was like 40 degrees. 42 is really hot though. That's really hot in Celsius. It rarely gets that hot even in summer here, and Australian summers are like notably hot. Engen says, yes, Chuck, this old boy is back on the board. We love to hear that. Love to hear that. What board have you been riding? I know you have thousands of them. I'm guessing it's a LibTech because that's all Engen rides is LibTech boards. And hey, Andreas, while you're here, are you and Chris, is Comore should be getting some of next year's line soon? Oh no, that's probably, are you guys going to do some videos is basically my question. Because I love those videos when you guys get together and talk tech and go through like the models for next year's snowboards. I think you guys should keep making those videos because they're awesome. Bad Rider says, we in Australia, where it is 12:22, now 12:26. We're in lockdown, so our season's basically over, yeah. I just explained that before. It's 4:30 p.m. Engen says, and Engen is in Belgium. Is Australia as bad as the news is making it out to be? I'm not sure what the Canadian news is saying about Australia, but most of our major cities are in lockdown. Two of our states are in almost complete lockdown. Where I live is about 2 hours. The biggest problem is in New South Wales, where we're getting over 1,000 cases a day now. So that's my state, and most of them are set in like Western Sydney, and but there's a stay-at-home order for the whole state, and certain areas of the state or certain like local government areas or suburbs are locked down really tight, where people can't really even leave their house, and police are like fining people that are not supposed to, that they find out and they're not supposed to be. You need to get a permit. Like there's in Sydney, you need to, if you live in a certain place and you work at a supermarket like a grocery store, then you're still allowed to work, but you need to apply for a permit every few days and get tested like all the time. It's really nuts. So the Delta variant here has just got out of control. Where I live is about 2 hours north of Sydney, and it's better up here. Like there's hardly any cases, but they've still shut most of the state as a precaution because other areas aren't as good. But yeah, it's not great. So it's basically cut out 3 weeks of snowboarding that I was going to have this season. That will never happen now. So let's get back to these comments. Andrea says that they're starting to get stuff in. That's awesome. And I know you and Chris have been hanging out. You have to have been. I've seen Chris doing a lot of mountain biking on his Instagram and walking Dot around and stuff. Engen says he's trying to ride every week with his LibTech TRS Firepower. That's awesome. I'm not familiar with that board, but I'm not familiar with many LibTech boards. Bad Riders seconds what I said. We need the dynamic duo. Exploring the 2022 stock for sure. El Stacker says he kind of wants the Battalion Surfer, and he doesn't know. Yeah, it does look cool, and I don't know. I reckon. What was the board that TJ reviewed this week? Was it a Nitro or a Battalion? I can't remember. But it was like a do everything board that was pretty not aggressive. a bit of a few directional features to it, but it didn't have a setback. It had a taper, not a setback. I can't remember what it was. Someone else in the chat can tell me, maybe. But I think that would be a good. Yes, thanks, Andreas. The Camel 2 is the one I'm talking about, and I think that one would be a good one for you, El Stacker. But having said that, we do have like a person in the chat who gets paid, and whose job is literally to sell people snowboards that would be good for them. Andreas, El Stacker wants a powder board. He lives in Idaho, and he now has a Never Summer Snow Trooper, and he wants something that's more directional, and is going to float better in power. What would you suggest? There's so many options. So many. Should he get a Battalion Surfer? It's a lot of board. Let's give some El Stacker some ideas on what board he should get. Actually, an Engen also works in a snowboard shop and knows heaps of stuff about it. So you guys, this El Stacker, if there's any chat that is ever going to help you on getting a power board, it's this one. Not because of me, but because of the people that are here that can give you that information. NGen says the knee is holding up well. He can snowboard for from 2 to 4 hours. That's really good. That's awesome. I wish I could snowboard for 30 minutes. Which I could if there was snow. First board trip will be in November. Where are you going to go? To Hintertux, probably. Or somewhere in France, I'm guessing. Bad Rider says to NGen that it's good that he's out riding again. Chuck and I have been talking about the future Euro plans. We have, yes. We've got a bucket list of places that we want to go. Back to Japan is one of them, but I don't know when that's going to be able to happen. But when the world opens up, Japan, North America, Canada, Europe, these places are all high on the list. And one time me and Adam are going to just like knock on your door, NGen, and we're going to be there. And we're going to go, take us to the fridge. And I'm going to say, take me to the pub and we'll drink a beer. Well, I'll drink the beer. And, you know, you can... I know you don't drink, so... Sell L Stacker a powerboard. Bad Rider says. To no one in particular. NGen says that Camel 2 is a nice board. He tested it in February of 2020. It looks very interesting. What got my mind blown was the fact that it floated so well when it's like there's no setback. It's like basically you're centered on the board. Just goes to show that taper volume in the nose really helps. Bad Riders sell us. Andreas says the Karua Shapes dart. Yeah, that board looks like it absolutely rips and floats. He says it's heaps of fun. L Stacker reminds me of Camel Toe. Well, the Camel Toe is another board on the same line of boards. They're both two separate boards. Which brand makes the best power boards? Question for all. Oh, I think you already know what my answer is going to be. In fact, everyone in this chat probably knows what my answer already is. Oh, old man Shredder made it. Hey, Martin. He says he's got 10 minutes. Yeah, I heard that you're a party animal these days. I specifically did a live stream at a time where European people could come. And actually, it's probably a good time for everywhere except for Australia because it's the middle of the night here. It's like 12:30 a.m. or past midnight. Everyone's saying hi to old man Shredder. Yeah, Andreas just said the same thing, that the Camel 2 is the second iteration of the Camel Toe. NGen says that his door is always open for us. We're glad to hear that because literally we are one day going to go and see you. As soon as we're allowed to. Who knows when the world opens and when how that's going to work with passports and vaccinations and stuff. Oh, Adam Searles is in the chat. I was talking about you before because Andreas came in and he was saying, well, he's still here, I think, and was telling us about how hot it's been in Canada. And I know that you've been saying it's been hot too, and it's hot everywhere. And we were talking about 40-degree days, and it's insane. L Stacker says, let's go, Adam, let's go, yo. Oh, old man Shredder says, what's up? Everyone's saying, hey. Oh, it's to Adam. Adam says, hey, Andreas. Chuck was just talking about your last vid. I watched the baseball edit. You did an amazing job on that too. I really don't get into baseball at all. I find I've just never really watched it. Baseball is not it's played here in Australia, but it's not a big sport. But yeah, you made it entertaining even for me. I watched the whole thing. NGen said that he'd go for an easy to ride directional all mountain for L. Actually, that's probably a good call. I don't think that that because El's always ridden, like, all the boards he's had has always been twin boards, mostly rocker dominant ones or hybrids. So he's never had anything. I wouldn't recommend him get anything too aggressive. Not anything with too much camber in it. Not that most power boards don't have camber in it. He wants something that's powder focused, or that will be able to get him through a deep day more easily than his current boards or his current setup. So, but yeah, all mountain with a bit of directionality. I don't think he wants anything too stiff either. Something that's kind of soft and not super soft, but pliable, malleable. Sup Martin, says Adam Searles. A War Pig. War Pig's a bit too aggressive, isn't it? The War Pig has camber and it's a fairly stiff board, I'm pretty sure. I'm going. Old Man Shredder says he's going to a show and he's going to see an artist called Loreen. She won Eurovision a few years ago. Well, that's awesome. Well, have fun. Thank you for joining us here. I hope that's really good. I want to, you and I need to have a talk about your kite boarding and kite surfing progress. And I would really love to see a video about that, because I've been non-stop thinking about kiteboarding and I've been watching kiteboarding videos, and I think that's something I want to maybe do in the summer again, if I'm allowed to, and if, you know, Australia's not a COVID basket case still. I feel like that's something that I might take up again, but I've got a lot of summer activities I've got in my mind that I'm already thinking of now that I know I'm not going to be able to snowboard. Bad Rider says he's down to visit Wim and try his legendary barbecue. Oh my god. If people in the chat are not aware of Engen's barbecuing prowess, now is the time that I'm going to tell you. I've seen photos and I've seen videos of the things that they have done, the spreads that they've put on. Amazing. Like, the guy does slow cooked meat like I've never seen, and I can't wait to taste it. What's Andreas says? Ooh, the K2 Cool Bean. That board comes highly recommended by a lot of people. That could be worth looking at. They look fun. Looks like an OG chat only. It basically is, Adam. Andreas said, I know. Andreas Elstacker says he'll look it up. Cool Bean is an option, says Ngen. Okay, we've got the experts in the chat are in sort of agreement here. Adam's saying that when he was 19, Team Australia came to Waterloo and played an exhibition game. Are you talking about baseball? Here for the World Tournament. Who won? I'm guessing not Australia. I hate to say it, but I don't think Australia would have won that. All right. Yeah, Adam just said the same thing. I've got to read further down the comments. Australia probably got smashed. I reckon they would have for sure. I mean, Shredder. He's bought 2 more board-related things. A surf skate, truck setup. Ooh, yes. And Ngen actually recommended that I get a surf skate a while back, and I never did that. He ordered a new snow skate from Hafang in Canada. I don't know where Hafang is, or if I'm even pronouncing that correctly. But yeah, you've got a couple of different like snow skates, so I can't wait to see whatever it is. Elstack is saying cannonball the like button. I've got 4 likes, and we've got 6 viewers, so I'm pretty stoked on that. I'm stoked if I've got 1 viewer, just so it's not me talking to myself. Catman says 400 likes already. That would be awesome. We need that barbecue, says Elstacker Adventures. We do. And Jen says Libtech, Cold Brew, or Terrain Wrecker. would also be nice. Yeah, I need to do more research into LibTech's line. I know of the Orca, I know of the T-Rice Pro, I know of the Escape Banana, and I know there's a few other names that are eluding me now, but I know very little about their range. I've done hardly any research. I probably need to change that up. Adam Searle says it was late night and he had to celebrate his recent hackers video that he completed. So yes, lots of pints. When talking about pints, I had to just take a sip then. I wouldn't mind sharing a pint or two with you, Adam, at some point in our illustrious career. I want to meet like all of you. One, two. I believe I've met exactly half of the people in this chat, and the other half I really want to meet. Oh, Adam Searle says that it was baseball and Australia beat the Canadians because they were twice their size. Yeah, they breed them big down here. And in my case, they breed them big. Like, big. Oh man, Shredder says, oh, he's talking to Catman, or Catman. What, hey? No way. Bad Riders are surprised that we won anything that's not cricket. Oh man, Shredder, it's a brand? Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I figured it was a, oh, yeah, I thought you were talking about a place. I get it. He's talking about the Surfscape. Yeah, Bad Rider saying the E-Jack knife. That's another LibTech board. Old man Shredder. He's got to go. See you later, old man Shredder. Thank you for popping in. I knew that from your comment like earlier. You're one of the first people to comment on this like an hour before I even got here. And I appreciate you popping in even though you had to go out tonight. So that's awesome. I'm stoked. I'm probably going to run this. I'm going to see how we go and how long the chat kind of keeps flowing. But it is like late. It's nearly going to be 1 a.m. in Australia by the time we finish this up. So I'll probably go. We're at 42, nearly 43 minutes. So I reckon I'll go at least an hour, maybe a little bit beyond that. And then I'll call the live stream. So it doesn't get too late and I don't sleep in until like half of the day tomorrow. Because Chuck's got videos to edit. Or a video in particular that he wants to edit. So let's get back to the comments. NGen says that the E-Jack is a good board, but too much for the Stacker. Okay. Stacker's got some potatoes in the chat. So that's something that I can get behind. Everyone's saying bye to old man Shredder. That guy is an absolute legend. If I'm pretty sure all of you guys would have to be subscribed already to old man Shredder, but if you're not, just go over there and like watch some of his videos because the man is a living legend, absolute legend. And Adam Searles' comment got held and is one of my moderators onto it. Yes. I don't know who did that, but thank you. In my earlier live stream, like yesterday or today or whatever it is, I'm doing 2 in 24 hours. This is the second one. I was giving Elstacker some feedback earlier that he wasn't on the comments. Like there was a couple of comments that got held for review and no one was showing them. And I said, oh, I need more moderators. Where are my moderators? Turns out that Elstacker was having dinner, so he didn't see it. And I forgot that like I made NGen a moderator ages ago. I think you were like the first moderator on my channel. And I said that one day I'll do a live stream and I'll stop being a wuss, and because it's probably going to be only my friends that come onto it anyway. Hey, I can talk to people, so thank you for handling that. I appreciate it. So I feel like there was a comment here about, there you go, El Stacker, the expert has spoken, says Adam Searles. What was that about? The orca is awesome. It would be Andreas telling El Stacker about the orca. I've given my thoughts about the orca before. Adam saying he loves his orca. But then again, I've never ridden it. So I can't really give any objective thoughts about the board itself, except to say that everyone says that it's such a great snowboard. And so many people, there's so much hype around it, and so many people bought orcas because of that. I feel like if it's a board that everyone else has, I don't want to have it just because everyone else has it. And I don't know if that's a weird way of thinking, but it's kind of like, if I'm buying a new car and I'm driving around and I see like lots of red Toyotas, I don't want to buy a red Toyota. I don't want to have a red Toyota. I want to have a blue Nissan because not everyone else has that. Maybe that's just me not wanting to conform, but it is a mad board from everything that I can see. Maybe my logic is flawed. And actually, while I'm thinking of Andreas, our DWCP chat, and I know there was this really funny memory I have from our Japan trip. Sorry, I've forgotten about the chat for a minute, and I've just gone into story mode. And actually, before I get into the story, I need to say hello to Nurav. We've got one of the two twins in here. Shred 1904. It is excellent to see you, my friend, even in your little icon form. Thank you for coming to my live chat. I was hoping that you guys would come in, but there was we were standing around in the food trucks at Niseko, and I remember that we had somehow did like a meetup, like we went to get food, the food trucks, and everyone came, all the YouTubers, everyone was all there, and we were all like eating food and everything, and I said, let's get a photo. I can't remember who said it. It was maybe one of the twins said, let's get a DWCP photo. And we were like, yeah, DWCP, because, which obviously most of you know is a group of like just fans of Snowboard Pro Camp and the snowboard YouTubers in general. We created like a Facebook group, and we all like chat and exchange stories and stoke and videos from our own trips, and inside information about when we think the next live stream's going to be and all that stuff. So anyway, one of them I think it was one of the twins, it might have been Narav, who said, let's get the DWCP together for a photo, because it was me, it was El Stacker, it was Jose Bautista, and the two twins are in the group. And then I remember specifically Andreas Schubert, who was here, and David Jones, who actually was in my live stream earlier. He came in, what a legend. The two of them looked at each other and said, "What is the DWCP?" They had no idea. It was so funny. Anyway, back to my story. That was my story, and we've got a bunch of emojis in the chat. I'm stoked on that. We've got potatoes. Adam Searles has got kangaroos in there. We've got Bad Riders has got his classic fries. He loves the fries. The return of the superior potato, he says. Catman's got more potatoes. El Stacker's dropping avocados, Casey Willax style. I love it. They have pints. I'll have one. Excellent quote from one of the Lord of the Rings movies. That's a deep cut. I like that. El Stacker was actually eating pizza for breakfast. It's breakfast over there. Bad Rider says he loves landscaping. I don't know where that came from. I must have missed an earlier comment. Boil and mash them, stick them in a stew. Now I know where the thank you, Andreas. That's where all of the Lord of the Rings comments were coming from. Name a time and a Bad Writer says, name a time and a place, Chuck. You can take mine for a day. Oh, he's talking about the orca. Yeah, no, we've already talked about that. We were going to do that this year, but Adam and I were going to meet up at Falls Creek, and we were going to go riding for a week, and that never happened because the COVID lockdown and a whole thing that occurred around that. But yeah, I'm down to take a lap as long as the step-ons aren't on it. You're going to have to mount it with some real proper medium-sized bindings that I can put my mini-sized feet into, because I'm not putting step-ons on my feet. It's not. I'm just not doing it. It's not going to happen. Oh, Andreas says he's eating pizza right now. Barbecue chicken, that is the go. I'd ask you if it was from Domino's, but you guys don't have... I'm pretty sure that there is no, like, Domino's or, like... Is there any, like, actual, like, fast food places in Whistler Village? Or is it, like, in Jindabyne, the snow town here in New South Wales, there are no brand name things. There's no McDonald's, there's no KFC, there's no any fast food place. They won't let it in there because it's all local food businesses. I imagine Whistler would probably be similar to that. Adam Searle says it's 7:30 a.m. for pizza. Yeah, maybe it's reheated pizza. Or if you've got leftover pizza, don't reheat it. I eat that straight out of the fridge. Call me a weirdo. That's just the way I have it. Straight cold, out of the fridge, not reheated. I reckon that's the go. Lots of pizza chat going on here. I'm loving it. And Jen says that he loves the orca and he owns 2 different sizes and thinking of getting a 3rd one. Well, I've got the orca love in the chat. And for those of you who've just joined us, I'm channeling Japan right now. I'm drinking Japanese sochu, which is a Japanese, kind of like a Japanese version of a hard seltzer, I guess. And I've just seen In Motion SLB in the comments. We've collected the set. We've got both twins in here, both of the proper twins. I have a joke because I have, when we went to Japan, I took 2 of my friends with me. I took 3 of my friends with me, actually, and 2 of them were twins. And I've always joked that one of them lives with me. He's actually snoring in a room about 10 meters away. They're Swanee and Twinny, and they're the worst twins ever. They're fighting all the time, always one-upping each other. It's just hilarious watching them go at it. But then you compare those twins and they're identical twins as well, to Nirav and Yannick, who I believe are the better of the twins. They're the best twins, in my opinion. You guys are awesome. But I'm sure, pardon me, I'm sure that behind the scenes, there's probably some butting of heads that happens between the twins at times. Adam Searle says that there is a Domino's in Whistler. Okay, that's interesting. Narav says that they've got 2 trips left. No more holidays. How do you do 2 trips with no holidays? Hintertuts in Austria with TJ and Kevin and the Valtherons. I can't wait. It feels like your guys' trip to Zermatt went way too quickly and there was not enough videos that came out of it for my liking. Andreas, the stats don't tell how good the carpet is. Are you guys talking about the Magic carpet? Because I've heard that's a really good board too from Battalion. I'm thinking I want to buy a Battalion board next. Tell me if I should. I'm thinking about getting either the Boss or what's the other one? I can't even think of the one that I want. Bad Riders knows. That's totally blanking in my mind right now. Yeah, Andrea says they've got Domino's. And Jen's telling me that I should have a go. Ooh. At the Twin Party Wave? Okay. Or maybe not talking to me. Yannick says hello to Engen. Engen says Shred, send me the date for Hintertux. Yeah, that would be so good to see all you guys together. Oh my god. Mid-October, Hintertux Shred. Exact dates yet to be confirmed. We've got like in the inner sanctum going on here. The inner sanctum of all of the of the future SBC plans. We've got the official concierge, the travel agents to the Kevin Pearce conglomerate. And Engen says right there, the twins are great travel brothers. I believe it. I've seen them in their element. And now, actually, the ratio of people in this chat that I've physically met has increased, which is good. And I want to make that like 100% within the next 3 years of everyone that's in here to have met you and shaken your hand and probably snowboarded with you too. That would be amazing. And spend more time snowboarding with the people that I have already snowboarded with in this chat. Because that would be just, that is my dream. 100%. Yep, no dates confirmed. We could get a mansion and stay all together, says Narav. Yannick says that there's one more Zermatt video coming. Kevin must be working on that in the background. Fantastic. Kevin's usually like on it when it comes to his editing. I feel like he's taken a more relaxed approach to his YouTube channel of late. But I guess it's kind of summer, so it always kind of drops off for them. Yes, thank you, Bad Riders. It's the Battalion Goliath is the one that I'm thinking of getting. That is correct. That is the one. And that would be cool too, Bad Riders, to see. And that's the other person that I'm thinking, that I was thinking might come to the live stream, this live stream, was Emilian Popoff. Our man, our weird Frenchman. Adam Bad Rider says that that Chuck is the only DWCP member that he's ridden with, and that is sad. But we will up those percentages, my friend. As soon as the world opens, we're going to ride with all of them. That's the plan, at least. And who said? One of the twins, I think, said that. Yeah, Narav said that Kevin might be sleeping. Yeah, he's probably got some mad jet lag, I would have thought, if he's gone back to the US or back to Canada. El Stacker Adventure says, Kevin! Narav Show 1904 says, summertime, no need to rush too many videos. Yeah, I know that on YouTube, like, if it's not snowboarding season in America, then no one, well, not no one, but views are like on snowboarding videos, which is pretty funny because like that's when, well, I guess by the time I record snowboarding videos in the southern hemisphere and by the time I edit them, they come out, well, they don't come out at all. They haven't been, so I need to get on that. But not that anyone's really watching my snowboarding videos, but I guess they will. That comment from Andreas for some reason got flagged by YouTube. It can be shown, saying that Engen probably not this season, hopefully one day when the world is less affected. Engen says that he'd love to sit down We then talk board. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I think he's talking to Andreas. Yeah. I would love to be a fly on the wall, or even just sitting in the corner, drinking a beer or something while you two chat snowboards, and I would just sit there and listen intently to what's going on, because you guys know so much more about it than what I do. Bad Rider says we can't even... Whoa, the chat just completely jumped. And I saw a whole heap of like pandas. Does that mean the snowboard pandas in here? I doubt that. Yannick says that it's cooler in Europe. Whistler is too hot. Yeah, I've heard that it's really hot there. And it really varies like season to season, I think, too, in Whistler, in terms of like snowfall and the quality of the snow. Although when you're talking quality of the snow, you know, those of us from Australia are not fussy, because our snow quality is 90% of the time awful, wet, icy. And, you know, temperatures don't often... Well, they get low, obviously, but we have snow here, but it's often not great. El Stacker finally got his coffee. Yes. Nice. We need a fully charged El Stacker who got up early just on his day off just to get to the live stream. Andreas Schubert's talking about the less French-connected UK. Bad Rise says that he loves watching my snowboard vids. This afternoon he watched my Falls and Perisher vids. Oh yeah, that was a while ago. Those were some of the first videos I ever made. So I think the next ones are going to be better. From our last trip a month ago to Perisher, I've basically got the travel videos already done. So there'll be one vlog about me packing, or me with the boys. And actually there's a flashback to a thing that happened in Japan in one of those. And one of them's like a travel vlog where we drive down to Jindabyne and pack the car and stuff. So the first of those will be coming next week, the second the week after, and hopefully so my plan is to, like, for at least the next 3 weeks, drop at least one video, probably just one video, and probably do a live stream as well. And hopefully by the time the third week comes, I'll have the next one edited, which will be my vlog from our first day at Perisher, me, Swanee, and Phil. So that will be, well, those are the videos that are coming on my video on this channel soon, I hope. And I've probably got a couple of other videos from that snow trip that I'll make as well. And then, because I've got, after that, no more snow videos, I'll be working my way back through the archive of footage that I have of snowboarding, which is quite a lot. There'll be a few quick videos from like an earlier season trip that I did this year, and then I probably will just go straight back to editing the footage that I've got from that 2020 Japan trip. So it's probably going to be a little while before anyone sees that footage, but it is coming, which I know I've said for probably years. We've got R&R Music in the chat. Thanks. You've come across from El Stacker's channel. Thank you. You're a legend. Appreciate you joining us for the chat. And Andrea says that that the summer was exceptionally hot, and it's not usually that hot in Canada. Yeah, our last couple of summers here have been quite mild, actually. So I think even last summer we had I think the hottest day we had was like 38 degrees. And that's mellow compared to what it normally is. Bad Rider says, well, there's no new vids to watch, Chuck. Well, I just went through a whole spiel. There's more coming. I'm working on, because now that it's lockdown and I'm not working 2 jobs, like I normally am, and, you know, I've got a little bit of extra time on my hands, so I am using it to get some of these videos coming. Andreas is saying that he's got to go, that it's moving day today. All the best for your move, my friend. And I thank you for joining the chat, and you're an absolute legend. I can't wait to see more videos, and I can't wait until the world opens up and I can come see you in Whistler. That'd be awesome. Probably in my top 5 bucket list things will be it's got to be a run through the Andreas Woods, and you know, I've just got to be in the trees with Andreas. There's no other way about it. Where are we up to? Elstack is asking R&R what he's up to. Adam's saying to Andreas, have a trippy day. Everyone's saying that Andreas to have a good one. Good luck with his moving. R&R Music's chilling with the fam. Well, it's because of the weird time zones. It's super up late here in Australia. So we are, if you have not been able to tell by the twang of my accent, I am from Newcastle, Australia, and it is almost 10 minutes past 1 a.m. here on Sunday morning, 29th of August 2021, and I'm drinking Japanese soju. Catman Snow is telling me to go to bed, so that will probably happen soon. I'm claiming that we're going to go, I reckon, for another 10 minutes. So where are we at now? We're at nearly 1 hour 7 minutes. I'm going to go to 1 hour and 20 minutes, and then I'm going to shut this down. Engen says, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! And do we have the appropriate response to that? I'm pretty sure that's what we need. Oi, oi, oi! Yep, Yannick's got it. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, 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 is how it goes. Elstacker says, Chuck's just drinking water. Yeah, it's just sparkling water. That's all it is. R&R Music knows. Everyone's going, oi, oi, oi. When you get a whole chorus of Aussies doing that, I'm not going to do it like on the live stream, but like there's an elongated, like longer version of that, which Bad Rider says that I'm not saying it drunk enough. Okay, next time I do a late night live, I'll start drinking earlier. And that way we can have like the proper chorus. And actually I'll get Swanee involved so that we can do the so that we can do like the real version of it. Because I can't do it on my own, because it's a call and response type thing. You need at least 2 people. Preferably you need like a whole room of drunk Australians to do it properly, at least. And Engen it's begun. In fact, I'm wondering why it took so long for you to start making Big Lebowski quotes in the chat, because that's our thing. Engen and I often back in the day would go on Snowboard Pro Camp live streams and do nothing but type in quotes from the movie The Big Lebowski. And if you are on this chat right now and if you have not seen The Big Lebowski with Jeff Bridges, John Goodman, and Steve Buscemi, you're blowing it. Go and watch that movie. It is amazing. But yeah, there was one particular snowboard pro camp live stream where Engen and I super chatted nothing but quotes from The Big Lebowski, so Kevin had to read them all out, and he clued on about halfway through as to what we were doing, but it was a super chat, so he always like reads the super chats out loud in the group, so it's hilarious. Oh dear. Well, obviously you're not a golfer. That rug really tied the room together, man. I'm a nihilist. I believe in nothing. Shut the F up, Donnie. You got to watch that movie if you haven't seen it. We need some Lebowski quotes. I've just given you a couple. It's weird to do the Aussie call solo. Yeah, really weird. I don't know, music wants it though. I'm gonna have to stage something. That's not gonna happen tonight. Adam Searle says, I can get you a tow. I'll get you a tow by 3 p.m. Classic John Goodman quote there. With pink nail polish. This is before the age of the DWCP mod squad. Actually, Adam, no. It was during the DWCP mod squad. I think I was a moderator at the time when we were doing this Big Lebowski thing. And Engen said it was fun. It was. Adam Searle says, "You're out of your element, Chuck." I mean, Donnie. Same with the trolling with the DWCP in the early days. Yeah, you know, there's some trolling that needs to be done still of TJ's channel, and I think you know what it's all about. We all need to start putting comments on TJ's videos about marine related things. Hashtag boat archive. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. Yep, Bad Riders is onto it. Engen says, "Careful, man, there's a beverage here." Except this is a very different beverage. In the movie, obviously, many of you would know that Jeff Bridges, almost at all times throughout the whole movie, has a White Russian in his hand. And that's not a racial slur. That's the name of the cocktail. Vodka, Kahlua, and milk. Oh, I've had some dastardly nights on that before. Adam Searle says The Big Lebowski is my favourite movie of all time. A worthy inclusion for anyone's top 5 movies. Engen is correcting Adam, saying that it's green nail polish. Yeah, we'd have to check on that one. I'm not sure. I would trust Engen on that one though. R&R Music says, "Smokey, it's not Vietnam." It's not Vietnam. This is bowling. And Adam's saying that Engen's right with the green nail polish. Yannick is saying, laugh out loud, either at the Big Lebowski quotes or at the boat archive thing. Either is hilarious. It actually came from, there was a photo on, TJ hadn't posted a video for ages. And there was speculation within the DWCP group as to where was TJ, what is TJ doing, and then all of a sudden this picture came up on his Instagram. It was him and Bo out on a boat fishing, and they were out fishing, and then we decided that for some reason that TJ had decided to quit his YouTube in reviewing snowboards and snowboarding equipment, and he was going to start a new channel, Boat Archive, where he would do similar breakdowns in such an expert way like he does with his breakdowns of snowboarding equipment, except on things like outboard motors, fishing rods, reel setups, winches, buoys, like different stuff that was related to boats. And we started trolling him and just putting hashtag boat archive on things. And I don't know if TJ ever really actually picked up on what we were doing or really understood what it was about, but it was kind of just this really silly in-joke that we still laugh at today. Adam Searles says he's rewatching it today. Haven't seen it this year yet, which is a shame. Gonna drop by, pardon me, gonna drop by the In-N-Out burger, he says. Well, just remember, they've got us working in shifts. Bad Writer said that he dropped a super chat ages ago and TJ ignored it. Engen says that we need some Eagles. You know what, Engen, I can't play music through the live stream. Well, actually, I could play music through the live stream, but I'm not monetized, so copyright's not really an issue. But I'm going to say one thing to you. Dude, I've had a rough night, and I hate the fucking Eagles, man. Well, R&R Music says that he likes in this day of age that you had to let people know a white Russian isn't a slur. You can't be too careful, you know? People can take things weird ways. Like, this is on the internet. Anyone can, like, watch this back. Although I don't know if anyone is going to be sitting back and watching, like, an hour and 20 minutes of us just chilling and hanging out. But if they want to, they're welcome to. I could do with the watch hours. And El Stacker Adventure says that he needs a boat board, aka battalion. He reckons, you know, I reckon that El Stacker is going to go against everyone else's advice, and he's going to get a battalion surfer regardless. But we're still going to try and steer him in the direction. Bad Riders says that he needs some help upgrading his jets at the moment. his jet ski trailer at the moment. I'm pretty sure I know a guy in Colorado that might be able to help you with that. He's got a YouTube channel and he thinks it's about snowboard reviews. It's not really. It's a secret underground boating channel. Adam Searles talking about trolling TJ about Boat Archive. Trolling is a fishing term. It literally is. Thank you for pointing that out. That's hilarious. We've got from InMotion SLB an eagle emoji. Oh yeah, about the Eagles. Now I get it. And Jen says, you said it, man. Nobody fucks with the Chuck. True. Well, people try. I'm a nice guy. I'm a lover, not a fighter. But I do like to laugh a lot. And I'm a bit of a prankster, which I love. And Swanee hates, by the way. Swanee's probably not going to watch this deep into the video. So I'll say that one of my favorite things to do is to prank Swanee. And it happens I take little jabs at him all the time in my videos. So keep an eye out for those. Adventurer Carlos coming right at the death of the live stream. Oh, dude, it's good to see you. Thank you for showing up. In fact, there's a couple of you have shown up for two of my 2 live streams that I've done in the last 24 hours, and you guys are legends. Bad Riders is saying if anything we need some Bolton for El Stacker. Yeah, on one of El Stacker's live streams, me and Adam Bad Riders were trying to get him into Michael Bolton. So for those who So Elstacker had not ever heard of Michael Bolton, and he said he was going to listen to some Michael Bolton. I don't know if that's happened yet. Adam Searles, if you haven't already, check out Lebowski Fest. It's a real thing. I actually have the dude costume somewhere in my house. Is that where people like dress up as the dude and people characters from The Big Lebowski, or is it just a festival that celebrates White Russians and all things all things Lebowski? Elstacker, I want to get the surfer just to make Jose jealous. Well, that's as good a reason as any. But you know that Jose, that man, he's in the military. He's cashed up. He'll buy one for himself for sure. And he'll try and ride it at Big Snow. Adam Searle says, where's Carlo? Carlo's in the chat. He's right there. I can see him. Pardon me. Catman Snow. We need to get a fishing channel. A DWCP fishing. Actually, me and Swanee went fishing with a mate of ours not long ago. And I should probably make a video out of that. I could put a fishing video out. I don't go fishing anywhere near as often as what I want to. Not that I'm very good at fishing, but it is fun and relaxing. Adam Searles, yo, I'm here. Yeah, we knew. Adventurer Carlo. He's in the chat. And what a little legend. Adventurer Carlo is like a Grom that's been hanging out with Elstacker Adventures, and those two have been ripping it up. Carlo skis, but this next snow season he's going to be trying out snowboarding, so we all need to hype him up and give him as much support and encouragement as possible, because the kid's out there with his phone and he's making these awesome little videos, and he's just stoking out everyone. Definitely stoking me out. So go Carlo. We need to get you on snow and we can't wait to see it. Adam Searle says, oh, and Jen saying, oh God, no, not Michael Bolton. Actually, that's kind of my take on Michael Bolton as well. Not the biggest fan. Elstacker says, Jose riding that board at Big Snow. He would too. But if any of you know Jose Bautista, you'd know he's the kind of guy that going into Big Snow, he'd have to be like this. He'd be like having to like scooch down. The guy is a man mountain. Bad Rider says that he's been looking at a fishing setup for his ski. I can't imagine fishing on a jet ski would be all that comfortable, but I guess you could. It's possible. Vince Ricardo says he wants to try snowboarding. Not wants to, will try snowboarding and will love it. Actually, we'll probably hate it for the first day, to be honest. But the second day, and then the third day, and then every day after that, you will love it more and more. And Jen says, I don't know what's going on there. And Jen says some bad words at Adam, and then some stuff in a language that I can't determine. So I'm going to put that down to a Lebowski comment. But, you know, you're a mod. You can do what you like on my channel. I don't care. Carlo needs to snowboard. Agreed. Bad riders. Which Adam? That's a good question. And Engen saying, go snowboarding, Carlo dude. That is a long question. A long answer to that question. It took me a long time. It took me way longer to learn snowboarding than what it will take you. Is how I'll answer that. Because you'll have lots of people around you that kind of already know how to do it and that are going to be really helpful and supportive. And you live right near a mountain, so you can literally get you can get your parents to like get you a pass for Bogus Basin. You can go up there like every weekend, and you can just practice and practice and practice and practice. Like I had one day at it and I sucked at it, and then I couldn't do it very well, and then I didn't do it again for years, and it took me a while. So you don't learn all of snowboarding in just like a couple of days. It's something that you progress at over time, and like I'm a much better snowboarder than what I was. I started in 2006, I think was the first time I got on a snowboard. So what is it now? 2021. You know, that was a long time ago. And I've done it, like I had like a 10-year gap in there, but long story short, in the last kind of 10 years, I've been going every year, and every year I get better at snowboarding. So I'm not the best snowboarder, but I can tell you I'm one of the most stoked people on the mountain when I'm snowboarding, and that's what snowboarding is about. It's not about the biggest trick. It's not about the biggest air. It's not about the best form. It's about having fun. And there is so much fun to be had snowboarding. That's what I'm going to say about it. And Jen says it right there. He's been snowboarding for 36 years and he's still learning. I think I'm 14 or 15 years. I don't know. And it takes a day or two. It depends. Like some people, it takes like an afternoon to learn the basics, and you're like just doing, learn how to get on the chair, learn how to stop, learn how to do floating leaf, heel side, toe side, and then linking turns. And then you're away, and then you can go exploring, and then you can work on your skills. There's just so much more you can learn from there. Bad Rider says it took him 3 days. He was linking turns in 5 days, and by 10 days was on blue runs. Yeah, and he wakeboarded before he snowboarded. I think snowboarding is different. Like every board sport is, like a lot of people say, like if I'm a surfer or a skateboarder, will I be good at snowboarding? Well, actually, I think snowboarding is easier than both of those two things, but it's not the same as anything else. I think there's elements of it that can transfer between board sports, but none of them are the same exactly in terms of how you're positioned on the board, how you shift your weight, how you turn. The mechanics and the physics of it is different depending on what you're doing. I reckon surfing is one of the hardest ones. But anyway, one thing that we all can say that we're stoked on here and that we all can agree on is that board sports are amazing. I think we all love them in this channel. Yeah, Catman saying he hasn't learned everything yet. Stacker said 6 days before he started to feel comfortable. Adam's saying that when he meets up with Engen, they're going to watch The Big Lebowski together. I want in on that session. That's what we've got to do. We've got to get together and watch The Big Lebowski. That would be so sweet. Yannick says that Stoke is all you need for snowboarding. I couldn't agree more with that. Adventure Color says, wow, the progression is real good. Yeah. Progression. I try and learn something new every time I go up to the mountain or work. I'm always like, even if I'm just riding for fun, I'm always like in the back of my mind working on something. Engen says the basics takes about 3 days with a good teacher. I would agree with that. My certification I don't think is current anymore, but I have done the first level snowboard instructor course, and I was a member of the Australian Snowboard or Snow Sports Institute for a while. I never actually became a proper snowboard instructor, but I do have the qualification. But my qualification only gets me to teach up to link turns, which isn't much. But I really enjoyed the course. It improved my riding a bunch. Adam Searle says, agreed, the stoke is real. But hopefully I'll get to ride with you one day, Carlo. El Stacker says he's doing his best to be there to teach Carlo. Good on you, man. And Jen says that wakeboarding helps. I want to try that. I also want to try a bunch of other different things. Kite surfing, actually, I want to get back into that. And Bad Rider says it is, but you use your feet like a snowboard. And he struggled with the one footing thing. See, I'm okay at one footing. I don't know why. Maybe because I spent more time as a kid skateboarding, even though I suck at that. But El Stacker says, Chuck, how are you still awake? Well, it's 1:30 in the morning, and I said I was going to go. I've gone 10 minutes past when I said I was going to go, but I'm feeling good, so we're going to keep going for a little bit. In fact, I've still got this much soju left, so I reckon this is probably our counter on how long the live stream's going to go for. So let's see. DWCP Rush L. Yes, please. Yannick is saying 3 emojis. We've got a snowboarder emoji, a surf emoji, and a skate emoji. 3 stoke machines right there. They're all a lot of fun. Just any board sport is so much fun. Bad Rider says, is that lemon beverage and the it's that lemon beverage and the heavy chat. Yeah, it's got to be, for sure. Ventura Carlo says, Catman, congrats on your progression snowboarding. Yeah, progression, it feels so good when you just nail something new. Bad Rider says that his goal is to spray a skier on every run. Spraying skiers is a good pastime. I try and do it at every point, every opportunity. Engen says he still has time. Engen says that he feels Bad Rider's pain. I know Engen's all about spraying skiers as well. So, Carlo, you know, if you're a snowboarder, then you won't have to worry about Engen and Bad Riders slashing right at you. Catman says that he loves one footing. You see, Catman is a skateboarder. Like I've seen him do stuff on ramps and I've never dropped in. So that's a worry. But you guys, I think that there's a connection with pushing on a skateboard and being able to 1 foot on a snowboard. Even though it's different, like your body position's kind of different and your front foot is kind of like, you know, wedged in that position. Hey, Coglio knows. Thanks for joining, man. What a legend. I've dropped, actually, I spoke with Coglio knows. I know he's a huge fan of Casey Willax like I am. And I ended up chatting with him years ago. It was through comments on YouTube, and I think we were going to start like some open server where all of the fans of like the snowboard YouTubers can like interact with each other. And I guess these live streams are one way that we can kind of do that. But I know there's been talk of creating a Discord server and all that. But in any case, Coglio knows. You're a legend. It's good to see you in here. And I dropped a few comments on your comments in some of Casey's recent videos. That guy in Indonesia, living the dream out there, surfing some of the craziest conditions that I've ever seen, is nuts. But no, Coglio, you're a legend. Thank you for coming. What we were talking about, and just as El Stacker says, for the neck. I don't know what's going in the neck. Well, actually, no, I do know what's going in the neck. This Japanese soju. There's our timer there. And Coglio says, "What up, Chuck? Good to see ya. Good to see you too, my friend." Adventurer Carlo says, "You." Ask the twins how we snowboard with the 303 crew. I don't, Engine, I don't need to ask the twins because I've seen the videos. You guys, the 303 crew, snowboard fast. Board, pointed, down the hill, send. That's how they ride. Lock your edges in, don't break. No skidded turns, just straight down. That's it. That's how you ride. I know it is. Tell me I'm wrong, Engine, because I know you won't. You won't. El Stacker says hi to Coglio. Bad riders. That statement still stands. A black with broken bindings. What are you talking about? Broken bindings. Who had broken bindings? I don't know what you mean. Bad Rider said there's that video when Emilian met up with you guys and the 303 crew rolls heavy. Yeah, that's one of the videos I'm talking about. They just nuke all the time. And the party laps, I can see Yannick's talking about party laps with the 303. That'd be insane. That'd be so much fun. Is that the video where Emilian crashes into Engine? Because I know that that was an awesome video. Those two met for the first time, and Engen's told me the story a few times actually. Yeah. Engen says straight. Not often do we carve. That's exactly what I'm saying. They just point it straight off down the hill. Bad riders. Only in Europe can you ride like that. Here the ski patrol would turn the mountain in. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know what it's like in Victoria. Well, it's not, to be honest, I don't know what it's like in Victoria, but they do, like at Thredbo, I know there's basically no, like ski patrol might give you might catch you at the bottom of a lift and say, hey dude, you were going too fast in a slow zone, just chill. And they do have, the last 2 seasons at Perisher, seen as how, like when veils become more prevalent there, I've seen that there's more yellow jackets on the hill, but the yellow jackets are mostly and mainly trying to get people off the hill at the end of the day, and make way for, I think they're there just to usher people off the mountain. And occasionally I've seen a yellow jacket like parked in a slow zone, telling people off that are out of control or going too fast. But for the most part, there's not too many fun police. Like I've nuked many a run. It's almost encouraged. So I don't know what it's like in Victoria. Fast party lap, says Engen. Engen said he did a black run leading some beginners with a broken binding. Oh my god. Engen, would you do something that mean? You seem like a nice guy. I don't know if that's true. If that's something that would happen. El Stacker says slow party laps for the stacker. Yeah, we can do that. Party laps are meant to be like everyone just getting after it. Everyone like throwing down, doing a trick or two, doing a long drawn out carve, doing a euro. Let's see Stacker trying a euro. Stacker, we need a euro stacker. Bad Rider says he got yelled at Hotham. Really? That's insane. I suppose they're a Vale owned mountain as well. I suppose it depends on who's out there at the time. Slow party laps. Bad Rider says, nah, Stacker has only 1 speed and it's full send. I'm not sure if I can argue with that statement. You should see Stacker in the trees. Alright, boys and girls. we're nearly there. Actually, my background has partially disappeared. And our timer for the live stream is very close to dwindling. So at this point, I'm going to thank everyone for coming to the chat. We've been on here for an hour and 40 minutes, which is crazy longer than what I expected that this was going to be. I do plan to do other live chats. I reckon I'm going to do, I don't know how often I'm going to do 2 in one day like this. But if I've got days where I'm not working the next day and I can stay up late, then, and it's easier for some of you guys to get to the chat, then I'd really love to continue doing that. But I want to do maybe a live stream every week, particularly, and at least while I'm in lockdown. I'll continue doing that. Like I said previously, I'm working on some more videos which will be coming on the channel on a weekly basis. And I just want to thank all the Stokes. So firstly, for those people who came to both of my live streams, Catman Snow, El Stacker Adventures, Bad Riders, who else was it? Both of them. I think that was it that was here in the chat, but I'd like to also call out Coglio Knows, Adventurer Carlo, the twins, Narav and Yannick for being on here, Engen, R&R Music was here earlier, Andreas Schubert for stopping in and hanging out with us on his moving day, Catman Snow, of course, Adam Searles for being on here and being an absolute legend, speaking all things Canada. Coglio's saying to keep him coming, and he'll get here when he can. Bad Riders says that snowboarding in Halloween's, Elle needs to dress up as a potato and go for a ride. Yes, we need to see that. And the karate video. We need the El Stacker karate video. And we've had, what's it saying? We've had 7 people in here. I feel like there's been more than 7 people in here. We've got 9 likes. If you want to drop me a like on the way out, I'd really appreciate it. But you guys are all legends, and I've loved hanging out with you. It is now nearly 1:45 in the morning, and Chuck needs to sign off. So thank you all for joining me. I'll see you next time. And that'll bring it to a close.